Good evening. Would all please rise for a salute to the flag of the United States of America? And gentlemen, please remove your hats. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem. Please be seated.
Welcome, administrators, members of the school board, teachers, faculty, parents, friends, and relatives. Fellow graduates of the class of 2003, congratulations. Below this platform is a goal line where points are earned, a place of accomplishment. As each of you step onto this stage from the yard lines, you too will reach your goal. This appears to be an appropriate metaphor for our graduation, but really, it is artificial. The goal lines are painted on growing grass that extends far beyond the area of this stage, and the goalposts can be moved easily. Similarly, our goals are temporary. Our accomplishments are established by us and can be changed. These goals are simply the beginning to our next journey. Playwright Tom Stoppard makes sense of this when he says, "Every exit is an entry to somewhere else." Graduation is considered an exit, an ending to 12 years of schooling with the same group of students. However, graduation is also referred to as commencement, a beginning, and an entry to somewhere else. Now, with the education that was given to us, you are to go forward into the real world. Christopher Columbus said once, while looking back upon his journey, "Following the light of the sun, we left the old world." Of course, he said it in Italian, but this is very similar to your situation. The old world being Plymouth Whitemarsh High School, and the light of the sun are hopes and dreams of the future. We must now follow the light in our own lives, whether it is joining the armed forces, furthering our education, or perhaps starting up a career. Nevertheless, our lives from this day forward will never be the same. You know, it's pretty amazing to imagine where all of us will be in 10 years. To be sure, there are many leaders among us. However, I have a quiz for you. Try to name the 5 wealthiest people in the world, the last 5 Heisman Trophy winners, the last 5 winners of the Miss America contest, 5 people who have won the Nobel or Pulitzer Prize, and the last half dozen Academy Award winners for Best Actor and Actress. How did you do? The point is, none of us remember the headliners of yesterday, and yet these are no second-rate achievers. They are the best in their fields. But the applause dies, awards tarnish, achievements are forgotten. Here's another quiz. See how you do on this one. List a few teachers who aided your journey through school. Name 3 friends who have helped you through a difficult time. Name 5 people who have taught you something worthwhile. Think of a few people who have made you feel appreciated and special. Think of 5 people you enjoy spending time with. Easier? The lesson. The people who make a difference in your life are not the ones with the most credentials, the most money, or the most awards. They are the ones that care. I'm young enough, yet seasoned enough, to remember the days in 3rd grade when your idea of a good friend was the person who shared their lunch with you when you forgot yours on the bus. I recall the days of 10th grade when your idea of a good friend was the person who changed her schedule so you'd have someone to sit with at lunch. And now, at graduation, your idea of a good friend is the person who's crying on the inside tonight, but that manages the biggest smile as they congratulate you. And so we finally arrive at the end of our high school years. I challenge you to broaden your horizons and clarify your definitions, to reach beyond the cliches, sound bites, and stereotypes. When you venture into communities outside of Plymouth Whitemarsh, seek companionship with those who are different from you and who will further enrich your point of view and way of life. I have no specific recipes for success, but I grant you this. Each and every one of us, from classmates Nicole Allberger to Josh Zeitz, and all 372 of you in between, is a success story in the making. We are all intelligent, talented, and accomplished in some manner. Your success will include comfort, wealth, and recognition, but it will be defined more so by the mechanisms of its creation, by our character and conduct, by the way we treat those around us, by our clarity, and indeed, by our happiness. So let us not tread lightly or blindly on the paths of passion and morality. Let the brightest stars be our guiding lights. Let our greatest fears inform our strongest ambitions. Let's seek balance, seek love, and seek to give back to the people and places from which we have taken so much. Essentially, you don't always need to make comparisons. Sometimes things just come at face value. High school is simply high school. And so when you step onto this stage to receive your diploma, and when you leave tonight, you don't need to be thinking, I'm crossing a metaphorical threshold, because it's just another entry. You can simply be thinking, I made it, because you did. And by the way, Christopher Columbus did not sail off the edge of the world despite the rumors. He kept right on going, just as we will.
As superintendent of schools, I like to congratulate the class of 2003. And I ask that parents and guests take a moment to review the impressive list of awards that are enclosed in the program tonight. Honor Roll, Merit Scholar, National Honor Society, Subject Awards, President Award for Academic Excellence, and of course the scholarships. I'd like to add to that list tonight by recognizing the top 10 academically ranked students. And I ask that they stand. First, Daniel Benjamin Walgen. Second, Bernard J. Machini. Third, Carly Beth Cooperman. Fourth, Michael Joseph Warner. Fifth, Ashish Jani. Sixth, Thomas Philip Wesley Jr. Seventh, Emily Nora Windle. Eighth, Adam Michael Suey. Ninth, Christine M. Prosperi. And 10th, Todd A. Taylor. And again, let's give all our awardees a round of applause tonight. Recently in USA Today, there was a survey published in which the top 50 heroes was determined by a jury of some 1,400 film experts, directors, writers, actors, historians, critics, and scholars. I was curious about this, and recognizing the power of video, I wanted to see the result and really take a look at that result. Interestingly, the number one choice was Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird. Others in the top 10 included Indiana Jones, George Bailey, and It's a Wonderful Life, and of course, our hometown hero, Rocky Balboa. Atticus stood for justice and equality in a southern town. George Bailey, it was his loyalty and commitment. Indiana Jones, it was his persistence and willingness to take risks. And of course, Rocky Balboa was the underdog, and he overcame the odds. Who would you have chosen? And ask yourself, what type of hero could you be? The answer is very simple. America continually redefines the stereotype of what a hero looks like, but the core values always remain the same: courage, loyalty, commitment, and hard work. We all possess those qualities, and when you choose to live by them, you will make a difference. The Colonial School District Administration, teachers, and staff have prepared you academically, challenged you, and have tonight pronounced your readiness to take the next step. The next step requires a myriad of choices, but choose you must. But know that a hero lies within you. Congratulations, class of 2003.
We have faced the climb, thick, complicated knots in our stomachs, the tight clickety-clack, our roller coaster trudging up the high school hill, a vast, endless mountain with an invisible peak. Frightening, exhilarating. Now, our car balances, tottering on the edge of the big drop. Beyond that drop are hints of loops, twists, turns, rumors of inexplicable, indescribable happiness, hope, fear, loss. But indecisive winds push and pull our roller coaster car, ready, aching to free fall forward, but in the same instant, urged to turn around, to go backwards where it's easy and there's nothing to fear. But to let go is courage. The wind wrenches at our backs, tempting us to turn, whispering memories. But now is the time to celebrate, for we can begin to create our own fate. Now it's time for the ride to start. Hair blowing free in the wild wind, we will ride through the loops and twists and turns of a new life. With an empowering jolt, we're off, flying, and there's no way to look back.
Good evening, class of 2003, their family and friends, teachers, administrators, and school board. I stand before you today humbled, not by any of my own accomplishments, but by what we have accomplished together. As a class, we have spent 4 years within the walls of that building. We have grown from the scared little freshman pipsqueak to a confident, nearly adult member of our society. And to think, this process has not been easy for any one of us. We have all encountered many obstacles along the way, some academic, some social, but none of us have quit. Every single person here has persisted through 12 years of education and not quit. It is important that you all realize what an accomplishment that is, and that you take the knowledge of that accomplishment with you. It is a big one. We are all moving on. Things are going to change. We are going to be faced with new and more difficult challenges that we must overcome, and we must overcome them. Don't forget what you have done or what you are capable of. This is not the end of your childhood. This is not the end of everything you have known in your life. This is not the end of anything. This is a time of beginnings. We are embarking upon the next stage of our lives, and it is important that we do that with zeal. We are the future of this world, and we can make that future whatever we want. Don't ever put off till tomorrow what you can do today. Don't ever wish you had done something better or helped someone. Don't ever be faced with the question of what if. Do the best you can. Try new things. Experience all there is to experience. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Let yourself be heard. I feel I'm obligated to tell you all to remember to study and to work hard and to follow the rules, to fly straight, etc. But also, remember to have fun. Life is about so much more than just school. Education is very important, don't get me wrong. But make sure you see the big picture. We only have a few years left to become the person we will be for the rest of our lives. Make sure that person knows how to laugh, how to cry, how to teach, and how to learn. Be able to take every blessing you're presented with. As Bill Gates said, don't be afraid to flip burgers. Our great-grandparents called flipping burgers opportunity. We will all make it to wherever we are going. Be sure to enjoy the scenery along the way, and know that it all comes out in the wash. If you help others, you will be helped. If you love others, they will love you. Make this world the place where you want to live, and the place where you want to raise your children. I'm reminded of a story I saw on the wall in the guidance office. There were 4 people, named everybody, somebody, nobody, and anybody. There was an important job to be done, and everybody was sure that somebody would do it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did. Everybody blamed somebody and got mad because nobody did what anybody could have done. Be the person that does that job. We have all heard old people refer to their age as the twilight of their years. Well, this is the sunrise of ours. We have learned what we could through the early morning light, and now we will be presented with the radiant brilliance that the world has to offer. Be sure to take off your sunglasses and enjoy the view.
It is with great pride that I officially present the class of 2003 of Plymouth Whitemarsh High School to Mr. Mark Orlow and the Board of School Directors, to Dr. Vincent Cotter, our Superintendent, and to the Plymouth Whitemarsh Conshohocken school community. I certify that the students present here this evening have met the graduation requirements of the Colonial School District and are eligible to participate in this commencement ceremony. At this time, we also remember with fondness Laurie Mizkowski, a member of the class of 2003, who, because of her untimely death, is graduating today with us in spirit only. To the seniors, although I have been a member of your school community for a short time, Please know that I speak on behalf of the entire faculty of the Colonial School District as I congratulate you on your well-earned accomplishment and wish you the very best of everything as you enter the next phase of your life. You will be missed. It is perhaps the only hardship of being an educator, having to say farewell so often. Right now, we are sharing in your excitement, but we really will feel your absence deeply next September when we continue our lives at PW without you, and we'll notice your absence in our corridors and our classrooms. We will have fond memories, however, of you as individuals and as a class. Every class has distinct qualities, and school faculties remember the different classes as avid golfers remember the shots in a round of golf. The class of 2003 has been described as a group of exceptionally cooperative students. I'll vouch for that, given the smoothness of our practices for the ceremony. The chaperones from the senior trip lauded your excellent attitude as you waited several hours for your delayed plane at the Philadelphia airport after getting up at 3 o'clock that morning in order to be on time. Your sponsors, Mrs. Bianchino and Mrs. Rapport, have absolutely loved working with you for the past 4 years and described you as the best class they've ever worked with. This class has also earned the reputation for being highly responsible. More students from this class have registered to vote during our annual voter registration campaign than ever in the past. And your graduation projects have inspired us all. We'll always remember the Santa Express, the Best Buddies Ball, Special Olympics, and the Accessibility Study, and the many projects dealing with peer tutoring and teaching and coaching of younger children. So members of the class of 2003, you leave a proud legacy. You've made a difference at PW. Now go and make your mark on the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow members of the board, honored guests, and most of all, graduates of the class of 2003, welcome and good evening. Being a parent of both a recent and future graduate, I know what a special day this is for all the parents and grandparents here today. So let me offer my congratulations to all of you. It is a special honor to be the commencement speaker today. I want to assure you that I am acutely aware that this privilege comes with the responsibility of attempting to be useful, but certainly to be brief. Graduates, we are here tonight to celebrate and acknowledge your achievement in reaching this important milestone in your lives. In so doing, it is important that we recognize those members of the colonial staff who enable the district to offer the outstanding educational opportunities that it does each year. And so, on behalf of my fellow board members and the community as a whole, I want to thank all of you for your dedication, your commitment, and your talents that make Colonial a special place. For many, commencement is a time for reflection and self-assessment. My message to you tonight is consistent with that premise, but is more simple and direct. Now is your time to search your dreams for the ideas that you are passionate about, because every success is a monument to a dreamer who had a passion for an idea and the courage to pursue it. The dictionary's definition of a dream is to have great ambition and describes idea as a plan of action. Your challenge is to turn those ambitions and plans into a reality. Without ambition or a dream, life can seem like a series of endless chores that lack purpose or reward. As you go forward in the coming days, months, and years ahead, you will no doubt be confronted with many choices and much advice about what course to pursue. I suggest to you that you need to look no further than your own ideas and dreams that you are passionate about to help you make those choices. Live today with an experienced eye on the past and a dreamy eye on the future. Incorporate your passion into your life. As we celebrate your graduation tonight, dedicate yourself to asking, why not, as you strive to do all that you can. For failure will come only when you give up, when you see things as they are and ask only why. Never give up, never give in, and never lose sight of any precious dreams that you have. In closing, remember, the pursuit of your dreams is not an event, but an endless process. Whatever you choose to do or dream you can, begin it today. And may you all be successful dreamers. Thank you.
It is now my honor to present the Plymouth Whitemarsh Diploma to the officers of the senior class. Emily Ann Scholes, President. Jeffrey E. Borkowski, Vice President. Jennifer Wow, Secretary. Ashish H. Johnny, Treasurer. Sharon Lee, Coordinator. Kimberly Harry Zibelman, Coordinator. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2003 senior class officers.
Nicole Lynn Allberger. Laura Elizabeth Altamere. Natalie Marie Andrioli. Rochelle Marie Arbogast.
Michael Matthew Aldifer. Kevin M. Ames. David Michael Anzidio. Vincent Adam Anzidio. Kyle Lee Bartle. Joshua L. Ben. Sean Patrick Bergen. Jonathan Paul Brabham. William James McCluskey.
Ryan S. Brennan. Kyle Vincent Brobson. Mark Edward Brosnan. Marty T. Brown. Michael F. Burton. Gregory Brian Bush. Michael Christian Carbo. Thomas Joseph Carasello. Stephen Carr. Michael Joseph Seferati.
Jennifer Nicole Ashman. Elise Joy Axelrod. Glenda Lynn Baez. Allison L. Barron. Cynthia Lynn Baxter. Ashley Basic. Michelle Andrea Benedetto. Laurie Nicole Benedino. Allison Lee Benson. Laura Ann Bernardo.
Cara Michelle Burchard. Taryn Justine Burkowski. Angela Marie Borelli. Renata N. Bizzacco. Tracy Marie Bradley. Angela Rose Bramowski. Jessica Lee Brett. Charlotte Rochelle Brewer. Kelly Amanda Brobson. Sarah Marie Burke.
Daniel Che. Sang H. Cho. Anthony D. Charlo. Rocco Anthony Sion. Mark Richard Claremont. Keith B. Cohen. Daniel Michael Conicello. Brian Jerome Cooper. Christian Lamar Cooper. James A. Cox III.
Marquise Darden. Maurice D. Darden. Thomas M. Davis. Matthew William Dobbins. Andrew P. Dotzman. Edward T. Edinger. Peter Stewart Elkis. Brian Duane Ellis. Michael Joseph Evans.
Margaret A. Cantley. Megan Carr. Christina Marie Casey. Jamie Christine Catagnis. Grace Chun. Ashley Marie Sikanovich. Jessica Lynn Silione. Kira Jane Klaus. Kylene Jane Klaus. Ashley Ann Cobb.
Fane Samantha Cohen. Lauren Colantonio. Katerina Coletti. Carly Beth Cooperman. Lori Amanda Corey. Natalie Rose Cox. Samantha Elise Cross. Catherine Lakeisha Crowner. Laura Maureen Curran, Stacy Lynn Cuthbertson.
Richard Fagan. Gregory Harrison Fisher. Jeffrey Donald Fisher. Jermaine Raheem Flippin. Stephen Andrew Flood. Michael Evan Form. Adam Harris Foster. Harrison Nathan Friedman. Kevin J. Fritz. Robert Edward Fulmer.
John Michael Geiger. Salvatore Giannoni. Jake Goldstein. Todd H. Goldwater. Kevin F. Golubeski. Joseph William Haynes. Kyle R. Haynes. Joshua David Heffler. Jason Christopher Hodge. Charles Adam Hoffman.
Maria Ann Del Sandro. Jacqueline Catherine Daugert. Kelly Ann Delaney. Amy Lee DeRule. Tegan Marie DiNardo. Sarah Ann DeSanto. Colleen Doherty. Rebecca R. DuPont. Joelle Joy Durbin. Ashley Lynn Eisenhart.
Amanda Marie English. Jenna Michelle Etheridge. Marie Teresa Ewing. Amanda Beth Fabrizio. Christina Marie Ferreira. Dana Lynn Foster. Carrie Mae Foster. Jessica Lynn Frischmuth. Shannon Kazir Galley. Elizabeth Susan Gom.
Scott John Hoffman. Mark Francis Halseel. Kevin Andrew Irwin. Thomas J. Jensen. Andrew Scott Kay. Philip James Kelly. Sun J. Kim. Andrew S. Klein. Jason Klein.
Jeremy James Iannelli. Scott Robert Klein. Kevin Conowitz. Glenn Krosky. Michael John Kubicki. Jared M. Kunman. David Michael Lasky. Stephen Lee. Peter Lee. Scott Michael Lipner.
Lee Alexandra Garrity. Melissa Ann Galiba. Charisse Corinne Green. Catherine Elizabeth Gresh. Corinne Aileen Grosser. Rachel Laura Grossman. Dana Ashley Guess. Rochelle Leanne Gunn. Christine Mary Hale. Jill E. Hallman.
Amanda Noel Harper. Christy Michelle Harrison. Elizabeth Grace Henderson. Amy Elizabeth Hersey. Ashley Lauren Hilliard. Lim Ho. Jennifer Lynn Harrow. Kimberly Hufford. Heather Amanda Hunsberger. Rebecca Ann J.
William Charles Lukens. Joshua David Lupo. William G. Madel. Omar Ben Malik. David Joseph Malone Jr. Christopher Cody Marjum. Jonathan James Marek. Kevin James McCool. Matthew Lee McDonough. Daniel Stephen McGee.
Sean Edward McGinley. Daniel McGowan. Daniel Joseph McGuigan. Mark J. McGuire. Stephen James McMonigal. Jonathan A. McNally. Brendan S. McNamara. Bernard J. Machini. Joseph W. McNevich. Sean James Molinaro.
Jennifer Melissa Jewett. Melissa Marie Jones. Samantha Elizabeth Jones. Allison J. Cazares. Brooke Lee Conowitz. Jill Marie Conowitz. Allison Krywicki. Jane Marie Kanashik. Mary Jane Helen Lasky. Erin Casey Lawler.
Dana Lindsay Levin. Jessica W. Lee. Catherine Marie Liebert. Hope Lucan. Stephanie Ann Mack. Katie Nicole Madrak. Kimberly Ann McGran. Megan A. Marchese. Nicole Juliette Maresca. Ashley Teresa Marine.
Sean L. Moulton. Christopher T. Munyon. Stephen M. Myers. Chad F. Niederman. Brian D. Novitsky. Olamide Oluwafemi Olabalana. David M. Alsharik. Joseph James Olseys. Sean David O'Malley. Jeffrey C. Park.
Aubrey Parker. Bobby Lee Pettis. Donald Keith Piassatelli. Kevin Piassatelli. Daniel Seth Rappaport. Benjamin Weber Raslavage. William H. Ryder IV. Alfred E. Riley IV. Joshua A. Ripple. Joseph Thomas Robinson. Sean Patrick Rogers.
Rachel Lee Martin. Nina Marie Martini. Adana B. Matea. Kelly Jean McCullough. Catherine Joyce McIntosh. Holly Ann McNally. Amanda Jane Mears. Jacqueline Audrey Massantonio. Jolene Marie Miller. Monica Elizabeth Miller.
Stephanie Victoria Mimless. Jessica Maureen Moore. Elizabeth Dawn Malee. Caitlin Elizabeth Muller. Jamie Elizabeth Myers. Reagan Noel Merciades. Justine Leah Newman. Nicole Norton. Megan Jo Novelli. Jennifer Lauren O'Neill.
John Adam Roth. Daniel Roomberg. Timothy B. Rossioli. Jesse Aaron Davis Sandler. Nathan Robert Savage. Michael Joseph Sclafani. Nathan Reed Scott. Joe A. Sergio. Michael B. Shanley. Drew Simon.
Christopher Mark Simons. Devin Garrett Smith. Eric Anthony Smith. Richard Paul Smith. Ryan K. Smith. Troy Martin Smith. Jordan Yale Snyder. William Gordon Spears. Sean Andrew Stanton. Michael Raymond Stocky.
Stephanie Ann Paternostro. Lauren Ashley Perry. Ashley Elizabeth Pester. Amarine Pengvab. Gail Marie Phillipson. Kim Y. Finizzi. Christine M. Prosperi. Tammy Lynn Pulver. Anna Louise Rajewski. Ariel Lauren Raymond.
Marie Ann Reichert. Katie Lynn Riggs. Samantha Diana Kate Rosenfeld. Jessica Brooke Roltenberg. Karen Michelle Salamone. Rachel Meredith Sarnowski. Rebecca Joan Schillinger. Sarah Montree Schrantz. Melanie Ann Seymour. Kathleen A. Shipman.
Eric Patrick Stokely. Andrew M. Storty. Stephen J. Stolb. Adam Michael Suey. John Daniel Zizmanik. Christopher Jude Tamaro. Todd A. Taylor. Timothy E. Teese, Jr. Brendan Robert Thompson. Benjamin R. Thornton.
Andrew Joseph Tominski. Armando Toscano. Albert Tran. Ryan Thomas Sheppy. Dominic Martin Venezia. Michael Joseph Warner. Thomas Philip Wesley, Jr. Christopher B. Williams. Evan Williams. Jason H. Wingram.
Sarah Ann Sika. Margaret Lynn Sikarat. Danielle P. Siegel. Megan Elizabeth Skinner. April Melissa Smith. Catherine Wallace Snappin. Angela Marie Stabile. Nicole Lynn Tatum. Kelly Tieford.
Lauren E. Todd. Stephanie Ann Travellini. Melissa Trinkowitz. Cherise Kendall Tyler. Crystal Lynn Wagner. Dominique Renee Wallace. Danielle Marie Ward. Lindsay Elizabeth Wislow. Carly Maria Weber. Ashley Marie Weston.
Daniel Benjamin Walgen. Brian Joseph Waltemate. Gabriel Lewis Wood. Jonathan Thomas Wood. Jacob Richard Yorgi. Brian Michael Young. Ryan William Young. Stephen Andrew Young. Richard G. Zirin, Jr. Matthew Seth Zimmer. Joshua John Zeitz.
Emily Nora Windle. Stacy Marie Whitman. Nicole Valerie Walk. Kristen Elizabeth Woods. Stephanie Michelle Yatsko. And Michelle L. Zach. Graduates, please move your tassel from the right to the left. The class of 2003 has always shown creativity, originality, and a giving heart. As our class gift, PW will be presented with 2 brightly colored benches, one in blue and one in red. Both will be customized to say Colonials. We will also be donating $365, an amount which represents the entire class of 2003, to a scholarship fund set up for the children of the victims of 9/11. Both of these gifts represent the character and loving spirit that each one of us in this class possesses. And now please rise for the singing of the Alma Mater.
Oh, may the ties that bind us carry through the years with a belief in God and freedom, future without fear, for this is our heritage from our patriots true, instilled by you the red and blue of Plymouth, Whitemarsh High.
As we sit here today, life seems surreal. We have attended graduations in the past, but the fact that this is our commencement probably hasn't really hit us. Tonight, our friends that we've known since elementary school, who once cried when they weren't picked first for dodgeball or wandered off to the Cubbies to pick their noses, sit in these rows before us with caps and gowns about to graduate from high school. June 12th, 2003 is the night that we all felt was so far away. And now it's here. A point in time like this feels creepy to us because we wonder when on earth our school days flew by. As freshmen, the seniors were probably the coolest people ever, and the guys were, of course, all so hot. From the girls' point of view, anyway. But this year, when we finally became the seniors that we looked forward to being, we didn't feel much different. Now, as the last final moments of being seniors at PW wind down, we sit here with lumps in the back of our throats, butterflies in our stomachs, and no explanation as to why. It is hard to understand exactly how the time passed. Time is so strange because it's something that we can't really feel or see, but when it has progressed, we notice the effects of its passage. We, as humans, have a hard time seeing what we have until it is gone. The pictures we've developed during the past 4 years are proof that these years have come and gone, but what's more important than these snapshots are the feelings that we've developed and the emotions that we've experienced while we were here. When we got our driver's licenses, we piled all our friends into our parents' cars, drove around all night, and always wound up in the Wawa parking lot. These were distinctive high school experiences for us. But we always want to be older than we are. We're always yearning for newer, more moving experiences. If we would ask the people in the audience, the majority would say that this is the best time in life. So, if we live by the motto that there is no day but today, life as we know it will be richer than we ever imagined. We have the rest of our lives ahead of us because, after all, we are only 18. We may not be able to stop the earth from its continuous rotation, but we are able to make every day uniquely ours before sunset. So live it up, guys. Best of luck. And now, time we've been waiting for, class of 2003, you're dismissed!